We are 15 minutes away from the Hinsdale House. Are you excited?
So excited. Scared.
I'm really scared.
We have some snacks in here, and we will update you guys when we're there.
1.4 miles. Spooky.
This is so creepy.
This really is. Oh, there's a tire swing there.
Yeah, apparently there is a hanging tree on the property.
Here.
So Dakota's that right there.
Oh my gosh.
That's the big gate.
So the REM pod was just going off.
There's
As soon as you came back.
if there's somebody here, can you make it go off again?
As soon as he came back, though, it stopped.
I heard
Yeah.
it. Okay, maybe we should go into the living room, sit down, read the packet.
Yeah, good idea.
It just went off again.
It wants us to read the packet.
It wants us to read this.
Every time I pan away from the REM pod, it goes off.
Alright, the Hinsdale House. Tucked away on a lonely hill in the woods of Hinsdale, New York, also in Appalachian grounds, there stands a small white farmhouse, quiet, unassuming, and yet for over 50 years whispered to be one of the most haunted homes in America. It was built in 1853, back when the land around it was wild and isolated. The story is that the Everett brothers built the home. The folklore is that they would lure people off of the stagecoach trail, off the main road, robbing, raping, and killing them. They would store the dead bodies in the house in the crawl space, above the kitchen and in the basement. They would then bury the bodies on the property. They got into an argument about religion in the woods out back, and the one brother shot the other. To this day, no one can quite say why the house feels wrong. Maybe it's the way the woods seem to watch, or how silence feels heavy like it's listening. But whatever lives here has never left. Many people have owned this home, but rarely any stayed for long. It is said that many owners or tenants of the home fell victim to illness, pneumonia, tuberculosis, and random farming accidents. There is one tragic story that has been told through oral history, but again, isn't recorded in documents. But it is the story of a man who lived in the Hinsdale farmhouse sometime in the early mid-20th century, who is said to have died by suicide inside the home.
So it really does seem as if illness and misfortune has clung to these walls of the Hinsdale House. And according to locals, families frequently sold or altogether had to abandon the home. So by 1970, when the Dandies moved in, this home had already gathered a reputation of being cursed and unlucky. And unfortunately, the Dandy family was very unaware of this reputation. Which brings us to the family that brought the haunting of the Hinsdale House to public eye. Not because it was the first haunting, but because of many failed attempts at exorcising.
Sorry. A burp. Continue.
But because of many failed attempts at exorcising the paranormal from this house. In 1967, Claire and Phil Dandy felt as though they were drifting apart, so she suggested they go on a vacation in the countryside and leave Buffalo for a long weekend and just spend some time in nature. And even their children seemed to thrive in this more relaxed atmosphere. Clara said, well, maybe we should start to look at moving out of the city and making this nature escape more permanent. So the next fall, in 1968, the Dandy family began to search for their own countryside cabin. But at first, this cabin was just going to be a place to escape on the weekend. This was not the Hinsdale House. This is a small step towards living in the country full-time. A small step towards moving into and finding the Hinsdale House. The Dandies found a cabin near Cuba, New York, and they would drive up nearly every weekend to explore. They would go on hikes, take in the sights, and take in the fresh country air. So they find this weekend cabin that they would go to, but Phil is finding it harder and harder to join them. He keeps getting stuck in the city, working nonstop, and it seemed like these weekend escapes were no longer enough.
Perhaps they were being called there by something deeper or darker, something predestined. The same lady that sold them their cabin in Cuba told them she had a farmhouse for sale in the woods, the Hinsdale House. Phil and Clara Dandy, who got married in July of 1955 with their 4 children. In 1956, they gave birth to their first child, a son named Mike. Beth was then born in 1957. Laura was born in 1960, and Mary was born in 1962. So Phil, 39, Clara, 37, Mike, 17, Beth, 16, Laura, 12, and Mary, 11. The family of 6 had a big collection of animals that filled the little home to the brim. They had 2 dogs, a cat, a raccoon named Princess, 4 guinea pigs, 2 parakeets, 2 finches, and a woodchuck named Nipper. Holy crap.
That was a lot of animals
Yeah.
in this tiny house.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
all in
Like,
this place.
think about that.
Nobody
Yeah.
could fit all them here.
So 6 family members
And all these animals.
plus all of those animals.
So 2 dogs, 1 cat, that's 3, a raccoon, that's 4, 4 guinea pigs, that's 8, 10 with 2 parakeets, 2 finches, 12, and a woodchuck, 13 animals.
they had 13 animals and 6 people
That's
living in this
wild.
house. That's insane.
Upon moving in the house, it was infested with bees and flies, having to shovel thousands of dead carcasses out of their home. They began to settle into their house, and at first, the biggest issue seemed to be just from buying an old house. Truly, the furnace was a hole in the ground that they had to drop a lit match into. It was a house alive with sound and movement, but that liveliness wouldn't last. One by one, their pets began to die without explanation. Sometimes they'd be found injured, other times gone completely, as if swallowed up by the property itself. 3 pets died within a 2-week span. Mind you, all of them had been living in Mary's room. Weird.
Right?
The dogs started bringing home bones from the woods, but Clara thought they were animal bones. We'll soon find out that those are indeed not animal bones.
For the first couple months, Clara was commuting 150 miles a day to Buffalo for work, and through various reasons, she ended up quitting her job to become a stay-at-home mom. And that first winter was absolute hell. Not just out of the paranormal sort, but from the freezing cold winter. From February until April, the water lines were frozen. Clara recalls that in the 4 years that they lived there, they had an insane number of injuries, car accidents, and incidents that are beyond the normal. Almost immediately upon moving in, Mary fell off her bike and had to get multiple stitches. Later, Laura fell off her bike and got a staph infection in her foot. Mike spilled boiling water on himself, burning his stomach. Clara broke her finger while changing a window. Mike cut down to a tendon on his hand while trying to put flowers in a vase. Phil cut his thumb to the bone while trying to push the car out of the snow. Beth broke her arm in the gym. Mike broke his toe playing basketball. Laura broke her foot working out. Clara's mother and father had 3 accidents while driving home after leaving the Dandy's Hinsdale house. Clara got in a car accident in 1971. Mike nearly died in a car accident on October 21st, 1973. And 5 weeks after Mike nearly dies, Beth's boyfriend has an accident and nearly dies. The Dandy family had 4 accidents in the span of 2 weeks. At first, the Dandys thought it was just bad luck. Country life can be cruel, but then noises started. Footsteps on the stairs when no one was there. Voices humming in the woods. In the middle of the night, the family would wake to furniture moved, crucifixes torn from walls, and lights flickering even when the power was off. They even found a letter opener stabbed into little Mary's picture on the wall. And by 1973, all hell broke loose. So one night when Clara's out of the house, the kids pull out the Ouija board. They set it up in the living room where Clara had kept a vigil light burning in front of a statue of Mary, pretty much ever since they started having paranormal encounters at the house. The kids are using the Ouija board in front of this burning light and statue. Immediately, the planchette flies out from under their hands. And as the planchette is flying across the room, the candle that was lit lifts up off the vigil stand and flies across towards them, landing in front of their feet and extinguishing. There was a doll in a yellow dress that flew across the room at Mike during their session, and that doll is still in the house today.
Yeah, it is actually...
I'll go get it.
It's actually right over there.
Oh, you're gonna pick it up and bring it over here?
I don't really want to pick it up. Is it, which dress is it? This one?
Yellow? No, it's the yellow one.
It's this one.
Yeah.
I was like, where's my phone? I forgot we're using it.
Yeah. These are all creepy dolls.
I feel a little scared. I feel a little less scared, don't you?
Yeah. I do feel like we're being watched from the kitchen though.
Okay, right?
Like
A little
I
bit.
feel like there's a presence in there right
But
now.
I feel like we're welcome here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I feel like we're not coming here looking for like any like
Oh, dude, I don't like it over there.
No, we're being watched from over there.
Well, like if you go out here and just look into Mike's room, like it's just creepy. I shut all the lights off.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
birds started acting crazy and the atmosphere kept growing thicker and heavier. People stopped being able to sleep. With money being tight, Phil was not home as much, which actually benefited the family because Clara claims that Phil's presence in the home actually made paranormal activity worse. So when he would like come home, all of the activity would like ramp up. So when he was at work, they actually had a little bit of a break, allegedly.
Wow, why do you think it would amp up when he got home?
I don't know. Like I don't
Was
know
it
if
just
it's
his energy?
I don't know if it's him or if they don't like men in particular. I'm not actually sure. I don't know. It's all.
Well, if they don't like men, we're the safest right now.
Yeah.
I'm not freaking safe.
Then, in July of 1973, things took a much darker turn. Phil and Mike were the skeptics of the family, but one day, they're looking outside and see eyes in the tree lines watching them. There was a ghost boy of around 16 years old who multiple people saw. He would often walk towards the pond and then disappear. But this time, Mary barely slept in her room since it was the most active. She started spending more time in Buffalo with her grandparents, which made the entities start to target Beth and Laura. Nearly every night there was stomping, scratching, or banging of some sort. And then on July 2nd of 1973, Clara woke up from a terrified scream. It's 3:30 in the morning, and she runs to find Beth in her bed, covering her eyes, terrified. Beth found a burn mark on her leg when she woke up. Mike had not told anyone, but he had had the same exact burn mark that Beth did, but a week prior. And as promised, Father Bob blesses the house, but as he's doing the blessing, Clara knows that it's not doing anything because the atmosphere in the house gets thicker and heavier as the blessing is happening. So when he examines the house and he hears Clara's story, he tells her they're likely dealing with a poltergeist. Having not much help from anyone, they hear about this psychic named Alex. Unfortunately, the tests that they did determined that Clara was powering the events in the house, and that the youngest, Mary, was actually channeling that power, turning it into a poltergeist activity. And this really starts eating at her to the point where it actually makes her mental health worse. It makes all the paranormal activity stronger because what does something dark want? They want to weaken you and become stronger.
All of a sudden, Mary and Susan, Mary's friend, come sprinting into the kitchen, talking about a woman they had seen dancing on the other side of the pond. This woman had red hair, big blue bulging eyes, and bug teeth. This woman was spinning around dancing until she disappeared in the tall grass. And by the end of July 1973, the spirits were becoming more and more active. No longer just outside of the home, but they were now inside the house. It's by this time that the family basically decided to close up Mary's room entirely by nailing it shut because the atmosphere in there had gotten so bad. August 5th, 1973, Dad's birthday.
Yeah.
The family got a call from friends. They called to tell Phil and Clara that their daughter Laura had been making some really serious accusations, accusing every male of molesting her. So Phil and Clara take this very, very seriously and are incredibly concerned. But they ask Laura about it, and as Laura is responding, she does not sound like herself. She starts talking in this old-timey, very formal fashion, and her eyes almost look like they don't belong to her. Everyone starts to believe that something's possessing her. And when people express concern and they're trying to care for Laura, Laura goes, It's okay. I know I'm going to die young, and it doesn't matter, because I've seen everything anyway. Little would we know she died of suicide right before her 32nd birthday.
Apparently, it was an overdose. We just found out that information. We don't know if it was a suicide. We don't know if it was intentional. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not long after the accusations happened, Laura went to stay with her grandparents in Buffalo along with Mary. Now that Laura's out of the house more, and so is Mary, they need a new vessel, Beth. One day, Beth is in a daze and tries to jump out of the bathroom window until someone comes in and stops her. She also tried to strangle herself in the chorus room at school. Every time she snaps out of it, it's like she was in a trance. She tried to take her life twice. Every time someone stops her, she has no idea what's going on. Later on, she's staring at everyone in the family with this creepy, uneasy smile. And the only thing that worked to snap her out of these trances was breaking a capsule of ammonia under her nose, aka smelling salts.
Then came New Year's Eve, and the kids asked to throw a party at the house. And so they spent the whole day decorating, but unfortunately, in preparation, Beth hurt her back. So Clara gave her a muscle relaxant and told her to go lay down on the couch with the heating pad. So Beth goes to lay down on the couch, and she has the heating pad with her, but something took over Beth in that moment. Beth sits up and she starts laughing this weird laugh. Beth tells Mike she's took 10 muscle relaxers. Mike runs to Clara and is like, Beth is saying she took 10 muscle relaxants, and they're terrified that this is possible. So they rush her to the hospital. They had her stomach pumped, but there was no trace of drugs. Again, Clara knew something was off. Not just because of Beth's behavior, but because her eyes are blue again, and not the dark brown color she had her whole life. So for the beginning of 1974, the hauntings continued. The knocks, the voices, the apparitions. The violence seemed to subside for now, and they're still trying to sell the house, but no one will buy it for obvious reasons. Every blessing failed. Every attempt at peace only stirred the house further awake. Psychics whispered of mass murder buried beneath their land, of spirits clawing to be heard. They tried to pray it away, to reason it away, but whatever haunted the house seemed to feed on their fear. And it wasn't just inside. Outside, strange accidents began following them. The family, once cheerful and grounded, found themselves sinking into arguments, sleepless nights, and deep debt. It was as if the house was draining them financially, emotionally, and spiritually.
By 1974, desperate and terrified, Clara reached out to the only person who seemed to believe them. A Franciscan priest named Father Al Trebold. I don't know. Anyways, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. From a nearby university, he had studied hauntings, believed in the spiritual residence of evil, and agreed to help. That April, Father Trebold arrived with a small group and performed a full cleansing of the house. What some later call an exorcism of the house itself. Candles were lit, Latin prayers filled the room, and for a moment the family thought they felt peace. But it didn't last. The strange sounds returned within days. The family fled, leaving everything behind. Since then, the house has stood, weathered, but never silent. Visitors claim to hear children laughing, a woman humming by the pond, shadows that dart past windows. The living room, where Father Trebold prayed, remains heavy. The air thick, like the house is holding its breath. People say the dandies never truly escaped. The part of them is still here, trapped alongside whatever else called this place home long before them. And so the Hinsdale House endures, not just as an old farmhouse, but as a vessel of unfinished stories, a place that feeds on attention, emotion, and fear. Clara says that Laura and Mike, who are both now passed, their spirits live on in this house. They lived there for 4 full years until they had to file bankruptcy. So they poured everything into this house and then had to leave.
Yeah.
And were in debt.
That's awful.
Which is so sad. Like, they didn't just, like, they fled the freaking country. They went to California, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same country.
Or they fled the state, not the country. Anyways, Clara claims that if it weren't for her children, she would have stayed in the house. She never saw it as evil. She always saw it as a beautiful farmhouse that was always her dream. But after they moved out, they went to California and never looked back. Clara, Beth, and Mary are the only ones still alive today. Daniel Class bought the house back in 2015 and has been keeping up the house ever since. From what was 100 acres is now only 2010 split between neighbors who also experienced activity to this day. Daniel had investigators come in, did ground penetrating radar, and found a foundation of what they think was an old barn that was once where the pond is today. They also found unmarked graves, spearheads, 5 bodies buried in the back, which now have been marked by flags. People are known to see flashes of light in the woods, hear chantings, hear footsteps, see native figures, feel a sudden temperature change in the house. Some people smell smoke, cigarettes, and Vicks vapor rub, and feel sick upon entering the home. Some people call it the Enchanted Mountains. People that wear their hoods up tend to get more action, and women are targeted more.
What?
Good luck.
So would that be Mary? Is that Mary's room?
That's Mary's room, yeah.
That's Laura's.
Oh.
Laura's.
The one upstairs to the right is Laura's. The one inside of her parents' room is Mary's.
It literally sounds like a kid running around upstairs.
Okay, so let's debunk my theory right now. It seems like every time you walk over there, it sounds like... Okay, do it again. I hear it still.
Something's like moving.
Like someone's...
Every time I walk towards that door, though.
It's like someone's like following
Okay,
you.
let's go again. No, because it sounds like it's coming up there. There's no
definitely
way.
sounds like it's... Oh, there's a Ouija board in here.
Oh, God. Let's play with it. Kidding.
The Beatles.
Mike does love the Beatles.
To Mike. Yeah, whoa. To Mike from Link. Link to Andy. Wow. Okay. Well, should we shut some lights off and do spirit box in here?
Sure. Let's get that set
Let's
up.
never have
Guys, it's not making...
pick a room to sleep in though. Which one?
None of them
I
actually.
feel like we would all.
I'd
just
sleep on the
in
couch, to
living
be
room.
honest. I feel safer on the couch.
We're gonna do our SB7 spirit box. You'll be able to come up and talk to this. You can say words, and they'll come through, and we'll be able to hear what you're saying. Okay. If there's anybody in here, in this house, and you want to talk to us, can you say something? What's your name?
Mike, are you here with us?
After. After what?
Did you live here? I'm not understanding what it's saying.
Yeah, me either.
Death.
I heard that too.
I heard that.
Who said that? Here? Who's here? Who are we talking to right now?
The three,
What?
the 3 girls, or
It did sound like
the
three
three,
girls.
the 3 something.
Stop it. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Why do you want us to stop talking? Who are we talking to right now? With all?
Did you hear that? No.
Alright, also... Okay. We shouldn't be getting anything out here because
We're in the
in
middle
the
of
woods.
nowhere.
So, like, it's not going to just pick up a random radio station.
That scares me even more. Thanks.
Can you give us a sign? Make a noise? Or speak a little clearly? more clear so we can understand you? That was a male voice.
Yeah.
Was that Mike? First one?
What are you trying to say to us? I actually feel really scared now.
How many of you are here?
Okay, so we're setting up the REM pod while we go outside.
Yes.
We're gonna set up the camera just to see if we catch anything. Did that just say low battery?
No way it's low battery. We charged the thing.
Something's blinking.
We charged it the whole time. Why is it moving like that? No, the other ones are moving like that.
No, that's weird.
What the frick?
Hello?
Is there someone here with us?
We're here to make an offering. Show our good faith, and we're just investigating this house. Just to talk. We don't mean any harm. All right, we're gonna put this down.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think we should
There's our offering.
Look, it literally stopped. It's not doing it anymore.
Stop dead.
Yeah, that was going pretty quick.
So our offering, and look, there's a duck up there.
Wow. Okay, if there's anybody out here, we don't mean any harm. You're welcome to follow us back to the house. Just down these stairs. You make a noise or move something.
I'm making it cold.
You're making it cold.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
We literally were just saying
How the temperature dropped.
how
and
it
we're
was
cold.
getting so cold in here.
Why are you making it cold? Is it just your presence here? That's moving.
Okay, so let's do a recap because I just started recording again. Court.
Okay, just go through what we were talking about for the camera now.
Okay, so it said, thank you for respect. And then I asked, we just want to talk to you with respect. We just want to know more about the land and the history of the house. It said, cursed land, okay? And then it said, I like the forest. There is literally a haunted forest. Like, the land is more haunted than the house, essentially. And then you were saying how you went upstairs and you were feeling,
Like mad, like I was getting angry.
and it said feel. And then right after that, we were talking about how it suddenly got super cold in here. It said, I'm making it cold. So all of those things just lined up so perfectly. Can you say something for us?
He was hung.
He was hung.
There's a hanging tree on this property
There is.
by the road.
Who was hung? Can you tell us that?
All of these just like are
They're
so
lining up.
relatable to one another.
Are we talking to the brothers? Nah, the fact is that I like the forest and that
Yeah.
I'm making it cold. Right
Yeah.
after we're like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
getting
just-
pretty cold in here.
Even like the cursed land, like that's insane.
There is an afterlife.
There is an afterlife.
Well, that's good.
I feel like there's something behind me.
Yeah, that's why I sat back.
My throat.
My throat.
My throat.
You got hung?
Oh.
Yeah.
He was hung. There is an afterlife. My throat.
Were you hung?
Are we talking to the person that was hung?
On this land, on the hanging tree out front? There we go.
Tradition.
Tradition. Well, it said that. What did it say before?
Agitated.
Agitated. Do you not like that we're here? Or do you not like that we're filming? Can you turn the flashlight on? Oh,
Ooh.
We are gathering energy.
yo,
Bro, come on now.
the camera keeps getting drained.
We are gathering energy. Yeah, we can tell. You keep draining the camera. Yeah, you keep turning on the flashlight.
But why are you gathering energy?
Are you trying to get stronger for something? I just have like this feeling of like I can't wait to leave.
Whoa!
Okay.
Do you want us to leave? Is that what it is?
You don't want us here?
Turn the flashlight off if you don't want us here.
Okay.
Okay, lovely.
Well, we're gonna stay. We're just gonna communicate for a little bit longer.
Oh,
Quick flash.
said no. That's what I got from it.
Okay, let's try something different. Now that you've got some more energy, can you flash twice for no and once for yes? Do you want us to leave?
Killing.
Killing. Okay. You're not going to be doing any of that. You can't harm us.
We're protected.
We have Jesus and God on our side.
Yeah, we do.
That's weird.
That was weird.
Of course, when we're not filming. Okay, I'm going to put
It does not like us filming.
this crucifix in. As soon as I record.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to put this crucifix in there with you. Crucifix down. Fucking creepy photo. The priest. Couple trigger objects on there.
Did someone grab the
Oh,
spirit box?
flashlight just flickered. Is there somebody in Mary's room right now? Flickered again. Who's in Mary's room? Can you make the flashlight go off or the REM pod go off? REM pod immediately. Should I come in there alone and go in under an Estes?
Whoa, did
Open.
you get that?
Answer.
Open what? I'm pretty sure you just shut my camera off, so you can. it's not like you've been shooting hours.
Now it's recording again. Okay.
Are you messing with our camera?
Are you draining the battery?
Sebastian.
Are one of those dolls over there yours? Do you haunt one of those dolls?
Yes.
Right away. Is it the doll in the glass case? Yes.
Do you haunt all of the dolls?
Is it
Just
Oh.
one?
just one? So it's the doll in the glass case. You turn the flashlight on fully?
We're following you. You're not allowed to follow us.
Yeah, you're not following us anywhere.
That's not allowed.
You have to stay. So it doesn't like us being here.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, we just want to talk. We want to learn your story a little bit. If we can help you in any way. You're trapped, right? You're trapped here. All right, REM pod is going over by the dolls. All right, we got Hannah in the Estes right now. You can speak through her. We're going to ask some questions. Is there anybody here?
Is there someone standing in front of Hannah right now? You just said don't upset him. Who's him? Are you standing in front of Hannah right now?
It seems like yesterday.
What seems like yesterday?
Is there some sort of negative force here?
Said you are strong.